Hello, y'all. So I am back to discuss my first week working at Amazon. 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 We got to come up with a theme song for Amazon, and it can't. And I don't want it sounding too close to dun 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 pop because y'all know I just came from Papa John's. Not today. We ain't going back to that bitch ever, 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 ever. But y'all know I used to work at Papa John's and I gave the theme song of dun 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 Papa John. We're gonna come up with one for darn on Amazon. 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 Honey, I'm gonna come by the time we come back with week 2, we're gonna have an old sickening darn going song for Amazon, honey. But I just finished my first week of Amazon and it's going amazing. A lot better than what I thought. And ironically, look who's trying to call me back, honey. Conduent, trying to get your girl back again. I was like, walk on by. Well, I ain't got time to be fucking with y'all at Apple and shit with products that I don't even know paying me $13 an hour. Amazon don't got to go through none of that technical crap. It's actually on a website that I love because, honey, I can relate to the people for once because y'all know I'm always buying shit from Amazon. Matter of fact, I got a package over there from Amazon right now that I got to open. And about to order some more stuff from Amazon. But I'm holding off because, we ain't found our discount code yet. They don't move the discount code around. As an Amazon employee, I'm entitled to 10% off of my darn orders that are shipped through Amazon. And I got quite a few items that are Amazon-based products. So I'm like, I want my 10%. So I done made an order for Keeps instead. The hair growth for the male pattern baldness. I'm a trans woman, y'all, so I'm still subject to that. So, yeah, y'all. I done ordered me an old nasty Keep subscription. That video will be coming soon on my Diva Wine channel, my personal vlog channel. But my first week, honey, was pretty decent. There is some lag time in between with training. Now, I'm going to do a brief comparison to Conduent. Because I do notice some cons with Amazon that they need to improve on. The first thing is when we are in our training rooms where everybody's in there. And once again, I cannot reveal proprietary, information. So I can't name the specific softwares and stuff that we use. So I'm going to be vague in that regard. So I'm going to use the terminology like the training rooms and stuff like that. But anyways, when we're in our training room and stuff, it's like, and then we break out and go to our self-serve, modules and stuff. I mean, not our training room, our meeting room. Our meeting room is where everybody greets and do attendance and stuff like that. And we do and when the teacher does a teacher-led, that's where we're all at. But we also got a training session where we actually go over the stuff ourselves, and I like that far better. Y'all know I'm a girl that's introverted, a girl that's more to myself. It's like, honey, let me darn gonna read the shit my damn self. Versus Conduent, honey, it was all this excessive group work and partnerships and all this that. Now, which was beneficial for a bitch that did not know shit about Apple. So it was like I actually did appreciate it at the same time. But in this regard, it's like I don't know how I would have fared with group work like that successfully. And we both had several group assignments today, but he didn't have us do it. And I was like, honey, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Another thing is the camera is not required versus with Conduent. Honey, we was always required to be on motherfucking camera anytime that we talked. It's like we was good in general, but if we had to come up on camera. So you always had to be camera ready to a certain extent. And it was like that, that was irritating me. With them, they don't require, although today was picture day, hence why I'm glammed up a little bit. But even then, I didn't participate in the picture, and they didn't penalize me for it. So that was another thing. But I still had to take my profile picture. Even when you work virtually, you have to submit a profile picture. And unfortunately, I did not have no pictures where I was up against a neutral, background that did not have anything going on. It had to be a plain background. Could not have nothing in it. So I had to get up against my darn door, my black door. Because I was like, damn. And then I later found out that you really could have been behind anything solid. I was like, well, shit. I could have darn gone. Y'all know I got an old sickening darn gone glittery darn gone wall divider. I could have really darn gone glammed it on up and had an old nasty glittery background, honey. Because y'all know I can pull the gold back and make it all gold, or I can pull the black back and make it all glittery black. Child, let me find out whenever a girl can update her profile picture. I want to get real sickening on they behind. But I just gave them the old matte black. Just like these lips, honey. Because earlier this morning, I called myself putting on some pink. I was like, no. This is too much. It was a glittery glossy. I said, we going to stick with old basic black mixture, honey. But anyways, first week went smoothly. There are some hiccups with the system. They done switched us over to another proprietary training, which is irritating to learn because it's like, just when I thought I was darn on ahead, honey, it turns out the previous system had me jumping around multiple sections. So I was darn doing certain stuff that wasn't due until like 3-4 weeks from now. But at the same time, overall, I'm behind on a subject that was due like the previous day. But whenever I was in the previous section, it said that I was ahead of schedule. So that's one thing I did not like, was the technical error with that. Hold on, y'all. Nearly 10 years later, would not be Diva One if I did not get a telephone ring, a knock at the door, or a knock on the window, child. If you familiar with my vlog channel, you know. But anyways, yeah, y'all, we have our training, and I finally done got somewhat caught up today. It's still like 30 of us in total. I don't think really nobody dropped off. We got some rehires. And that was, and I didn't realize several people was rehires. So when certain people were saying that they were in this type of section and they was ahead, I felt a little bit darn on. I was like, well, damn, am I going too slow or whatnot? But once I realized that these were rehires, I said, oh no, I'm not about to compare myself to motherfuckers that already know this shit. It's like, as long as I'm not behind, we good. But it was like, once I heard like 4 or 5 people doggone talking about they all the way up here, it made me feel like I was inaccurate. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell I'm doing wrong? Come to find out some people are rehires, y'all. But yeah, y'all, it's self-paced to a certain extent, and environment very relaxed. The teachers are cool as hell. Yeah, that's basically it, y'all. Very relaxed environment. You have the option. Now, they did stress that once we get out of training and whatnot, and I'm already prepared for it. Like, common sense, if I'm on production floor and I'm engaging in a meeting, it's like, okay, I expect to be on camera. So that's a given. So it's like, yeah, it's totally different when you are on production floor and you in a meeting with your team leader or whatnot. It's okay, yeah, camera would be required. But I'm talking about just general training, where we are just going over stuff. It's like, why we got to be on camera? And that's where certain companies had us on camera regardless, just to see. And it's like, I didn't like that shit. And then some of us is recording in our basements, our rooms, and stuff like that. We ain't got the most tidiest background. And it's like, we got distraction-free zone, but it's not necessarily pleasant to look at. At the same time, some of us are pack rats and all that stuff is clutter. I'm darn got a house worth of stuff confined in one room until I'm able to find a house to get the hiccup out of this small apartment. So it's like, and that's one thing I did like with the camera thing. They said that there is an option to blur the background. I was like, well, ain't they darn fancy, honey. I said, shit, whenever I do darn grace y'all with this darn beautiful brown skin, honey, teach me how to blur the background. Blur the background. Honey, did not have that option with old cheap ass Conduent app. Shit. But yeah, y'all. It's been darn going smooth and steady and all of that. No major hiccups thus far. I'm learning the stuff pretty well. The only thing that's gonna confuse me is the search tool. And I will say that is unlike with Conduent, they had one centralized search tool where I knew where to go. Versus with Amazon, there's several different search tools and stuff. And even when you go into your shift bid and stuff, that's a little bit confusing to do because it's like you can't just work 6 hours straight. They do recommend it, but it's like somebody who's used to working 6 hours straight, you know, and it's not legally required by federal law, but sometimes, you know, it's customary. It's that gray area. It's like if you want to do a double shift, though, it's like, ugh, I wish they could align the break thing a little bit better. It's like the way that they do it is they treat it as two separate things versus one merger throughout that. Yeah, I don't like that too tough. You can't work more than 12 hours in a day. That's not a disadvantage to me because, honey, y'all ain't about to get me more than 12 hours. No way, child. And I think that goes for even if you are in mandatory overtime and you work up to 60 hours a week. You know, they got to divide it up like 5 days of 12 hours. Like, they can't have you working like one day at 16, 20 hours. So, that is one good thing about that. You don't have to worry about that. Our shift bids can be as often as every 2 weeks. So, that's another good thing. You can do some peer swapping a certain amount of times per month. And you can even shift swap with your own self a certain amount of times per month. I think I can reveal those informations. I think the only thing I can't really reveal is like really going into like proprietary stuff like naming the tools and all this, that, and the third. But I think I can actually reveal the, you know, the shift, what it's like with the shift bid and the bid swaps and all of that. Pay period is weekly, even though in our training it was saying bi-weekly, but it actually has changed. It's now weekly. Like I said, we are subject to a 10% discount on anything Amazon. But not third party, but Amazon. So with that being said, we just got to find a discount code for it because it's not in this location. So a lot of updates going on. One major disadvantage though is whenever we're in our self-training and we are actually having to listen to videos, there's no way to mute the room. Your training room. Your meeting room. So it's like, and it'd be a lot of people asking questions. And that was what was darn gonna hold me up because it's like, you got everybody asking questions while I'm trying to darn gonna listen to this video. And it's like, I can't darn gonna take my headphones off like they suggest because it's like, well, hell, how am I supposed to listen to the video if, you know, I got my headphones. Now, that's a good idea whenever I'm just reading material that don't require audio. But whenever I got to look at a video and then respond to the stuff that's in the video, I have no choice but to have the headphones in. And then I can't darn go and cancel out. I can't just close out the meeting room because then there's no way for you to immediately message me. Now, with Conduent, on the other hand, Conduent, whenever somebody had a question, they proprietary material, even if you had a meeting room and other people were paired in groups, they had proprietary material where the teacher was able to put people in darn on different groups and then can give permission for people to jump different groups. So you can jump out of your group and go to a different section if you so choose and move freely. Or be restricted to a certain group or whatnot. But if somebody had a question, instead of everybody hearing that person, the teacher can pull them to their office room virtually. And then there will be a conversation audio-wise or video just with the teacher and the person who had a question. That way the person was not interrupting everybody else as we was doing work. So that's one advantage that Conduent did have over Amazon, was the fact that whenever we did our trainings and stuff, if anybody had questions where they wanted to verbalize it as opposed to type it, they was able to do a private chat, or they could be pulled into the meeting room, and all of this was within the same training session. Like, you didn't go to a whole different website or nothing. You didn't go to a whole different website or anything. Sorry, y'all. Got a little bit of glitter from lipstick I've been drinking all day and eating too. But anyways, yeah, that was one major advantage that Conduent did have. So I wish Amazon, because Amazon is worth way more than damn Conduent, child. They should darn on come up with some updated software to do that, because like I said, that was slightly annoying. Whereas like I at certain points I just was darn on at 10 minutes at a time. I said, fuck it. I'm just gonna let them talk. I'm gonna let them talk, because I can't get past this section. Because every time I try to darn on hear I'm hearing both of them at the same time. I'm hearing the video and I'm hearing darn on multiple people talk. So I wish they would update their software where in the future, when people have questions to ask that they need to say verbally, they're able to get pulled into a whole separate meeting room within the same, you know, what's the jargon that I'm looking for? Within the same darn on website. Like, you don't have to go to a whole nother site. Like, you could just get pulled into a whole different session, a little bubble meeting room, and you get the teacher, the manager can hear you, vice versa, without interrupting everybody else. That's the only major advantage that Conduent had. But the pay is better with Amazon. The hours are better. The culture is about equal, I would say, because Conduent was very inclusive and everything else. And last but not least, honey, I know some of y'all is wondering, honey, very much sister, honey, very much black friendly too, honey. Even with white teachers, both of our teachers are white as damn snow, child, both male and female, honey. But honey, down with the culture, honey, and then I seen everybody's picture. I said, come on through, brown skin girls. Skin shine like pearl. Honey, y'all know I like it when darn gon' black sisters be up on the screen, honey. They say us darn gon' sisters darn gon' taking over. Black darn gon' women are leading in entrepreneurship and shit. Come on through, honey. They tried to call us welfare queens. They tried to call us darn on hood rats and all of that. And now look where we be, baby. We darn on leading the entrepreneur scene. Come on through, sisters. Honey, I seen all the different shades. I seen light-skinned it. I seen brown-skinned it. I seen people darn gone more chocolate than me. I said, come on through. Had sisters darn on Lupita Nyong'o complexion. Had folks around my complexion. Had folks that was a little bit lighter. Cynthia Bailey complexion. Had a couple Beyonce's up in, well, nobody in the looks, honey. But you know, everybody was beautiful in their own special way. But not like Beyonce. Honey, Beyonce's in her own league, baby. But honey, had all the different ones. Had our beautiful white sisters in the mix, honey, old and young. Had our, Hispanics in the mix. I thought she was darn on Asian at first. She might be. She might be Filipino or something. She has an Asian-like accent, but at the same time she has like a Hispanic like look, so she might be Filipino, but it's rude to ask somebody's cultural background and shit, so it's like I left it be. But anyways, everybody darn gone, it was a sea of darn on melanin magic of all different colors, even the whiteness. It wasn't just pale, Alabama. It was some people that was a little bit more ivory, some people that was a little bit more olively. So I was like, even with the whiteness, we got a little bit of a little bit of diversity. Some people got a little pink undertone, while somebody else got a little bit of blue undertone. So even with the whiteness, we had different age brackets and everything. I said, come on through. It's like with Conduent, it was the diversity for me. It was the darn gonna sea of melanin for me, baby. So ultimately, Amazon is here for the win. And this is just my first week. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Seasonal is a little bit longer than I thought. I thought it was going to be till like January. And even in our book, it said it can last from October to February. But they said seasonal can be anywhere from 6 to 9 months. I was like, well, shit. That's more like a temporary part-time if you ask me. When I think seasonal, I think, okay, I'm just on for like 3 months or something. Because seasonal is like 3 months for a season or whatnot. Once again, I'm a Capricorn. I'm very darn analytical. And, you know, I look at stuff very, what's the word? As is. But, honey, they said, honey, seasonal can be as much as 6 months. I see. And then, you know, with the panic not really slowing down with all these variants, child, keep me as long as you need me. Hey. But, you know, another thing, though, is it is at the same time at-will employment on both sides. So if they don't need you, honey, they can go ahead and give you that 1-day notice, though. Although I think they will still try to get, the way the culture is, I think they will at least give you a little bit of transition. Like, okay, girl, we about to go ahead and let you on go. We're going to give you 2 days. Like, so don't expect no full 2 weeks with this type of job. And then that means cold on the opposite end, too. Whenever it's like that, you're not obligated to give them no 2 weeks notice either. You can darn gonna up and darn gonna give 2-day notice as well. So with that being, and then they ain't gonna necessarily be darn gonna hurting because, honey, Amazon is a blessing of a job to get at, honey. So trust me, there's about 10 more people waiting, especially since they said they hire all season around, even for the regular position, honey. I might darn gonna try to get me a permanent position after this seasonal, child. But you know, time will tell. Time will tell. But yeah, y'all, that is it. That is my first week experience working at Amazon. The Amazon. Amazon. Woo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Amazon. 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 Honey, Amazon. Come on through, honey. Like I said, it was the melanin for me. It was the good darn on teacher instruction for me. It was the darn on pay for me. It's the flexibility for me. It's about everything for me. But like I said, the one thing that they can do, though, is they can darn on get that training session and that meeting together, honey. Like, I don't need to be hearing people in the meeting room whenever I'm in my training room, honey. It's like, yeah, if they can get that one thing fixed, honey, they would be perfect. Baby, you perfect. Baby, you perfect. Honey, if they get that one thing together while they doing all these updates, honey, so anybody who works at Amazon, honey, share this with upper management. If they can darn go and get it where you can pull people into private rooms while simultaneously other people can stay in the same room, everybody on the same site, honey, that would be perfect. That way it reduces all the unnecessary you know, hearing everybody else when you don't need to hear everybody else. So that is it, y'all. I will be back for the end of week 2 to give y'all my thoughts. And then week 3 is going to be interesting because that's when we start taking phone calls. So y'all know that's going to be a real interesting experience with your girl, honey. So that is it, y'all. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.